Hello, everybody. It is Dawid Beck, and I'd like to share with you guys how I was able to overcome depression. So, just I'd like to see your hands if I can, but I can't. But I'm just wondering, amongst you, how many people have gone through depression? Either like a slight depression or like a severe depression, like clinical depression, and perhaps bipolar depression. In my case, I went through bipolar depression. I was affected in my neurotransmitters and also my hormones. In terms of my hormones, which went through my entire body, and I was very slow. I was very sluggish. I was very fatigued. I slept 14 to 15 hours a day, and it was not a good time. And in terms of my neurotransmitters, I felt like there's a bunch of flies in there, and you know, I was a vegetable, and I couldn't talk. I couldn't work, of course, but I couldn't talk as well. It's very difficult for me. I'd stutter or mummer, and I'd have social anxiety because I couldn't converse with other people. Regardless, yeah, at many times I just didn't want to live, but I realized later that in terms of bipolar depression, as time goes by, it slowly I could recover. So that I'm extremely thankful for. Yeah, so there's five things that I would like to share with you guys. And number one would be keep walking. Keep walking that, 1, 2 kilometers, three, four, five, and more if you want to. But the reason why I say, keep walking is because it's a very simple exercise and it doesn't require as much effort. And in terms of having a depression, you need to be able to do some sort of exercise, or else you'll stay stagnant in your condition for a longer period of time. In my case, exercise is able through doing exercise, I was able to boost up my rate of becoming normal again, yeah, from my depression. So keep walking. While you're doing that, you'll of course absorb some sunlight, which means vitamin D, and you'll just feel good after sweating a little bit. If you're in a colder climate, maybe you could wear more clothing or something. But anyways, sweat or no sweat, it just feels good to have some light cardio, light sort of exercise. So it'll speed up the process. That's my main point. Anyway, so keep walking. Secondly, embrace your disorder, not disorder, but embrace your disease. Yeah, you could say disease because by the depression is a disease. So I recommend that you embrace it, and what I mean by that is you accept it. You accept it and say, "Hey, I have this disease." And sometimes it feels like it's eating me up, but I am not going to just give up. I'm going to continue to make sure that I'm able to fight against this disease. And though I may live with this disease, I will not stay with the disease forever, and I'll find ways to gain motivation, take action to get out of that very uncomfortable condition. So that's embracing it. So keep walking, embrace it. Third is lower your expectations. Right? So there are many people who have very high expectations, and they come into a depression and they feel really bad of themselves because they can't do anything they used to do. They can't wake up in the morning, they can't cook in the morning. They can't, you know what can't they do? They can't exercise the same way, they can't lift weights. Perhaps like me, they can't have conversations with people anymore. That's why they feel afraid to meet their friends. and it could be all kinds of things that they can't do this, can't do that. But when you lower your expectations and you just see what are the things that I can do and I can't do, and there may be like 10 things, and 8 out of 10 is something you can't do, but the things you can do, such as like walking or something, or writing just a few words in your journal, or reading like 2 or 3 pages in your book, of your book you're reading, um then yeah, just lower your expectations, start from there, and increasingly having marginal adjustments, marginal improvements, you can do more and more. You can do more and more for sure. So basically, the reason why I say don't have high expectations and and lower your expectations is because when you have high expectations, it's only gonna stress you out. It's really gonna just stress you out, and you'll feel even more depressed, and you'll probably have lower self-esteem, and you'll probably feel like you're more hopeless. So guys, let's lower our expectations, and if you do better than those lower expectations, you should congratulate yourself. Okay, anyways, the next one, keep walking, embrace it, and lower your expectations. Number 4 is meditating. Like I said in the videos before, this one is good for you to get rid of the negative thoughts that you may have, because the negative thoughts around you may be really influencing you, and there might be only negative thoughts in your brain. So what you do through meditation is that you're able to, clear your mind, and you're able to train yourself to focus bit by bit, more and more. So if it's regarding like reading or something, rather than being distracted by thoughts all the time, you're able to, clear your mind a bit more and be able to focus. As if you focus on your breath in meditation, you focus on a book or a journal, or a lecture, or whatever it is. Or it could be even TV. So number 4 is meditation. All right, so we're on number 5. Number 5 is quite easy to understand. It's basically keep moving forward. Whatever you do, it could be any direction. What's important here is it could be any direction. It could be, you want to be artist, or you want to draw a bit, you want to eventually go from walking to playing a game of basketball, or playing basketball by yourself. It could be, reading slowly, bit by bit, and learning more and more. And yeah, any direction. It could be eating, going to different restaurants and eating. But yeah, the thing is, you should try to keep yourself outside, and you should try to keep yourself active. In my case, I'd go to cafes a lot. I'd feel kind of uncomfortable to go to school. So because like of my social anxiety, that's why I'd go to cafes, just relax and listen to music, read a book or something, and whatever it is. Mostly, mostly, I'd have to admit, is watching YouTube. But even watching YouTube, try to be more active with it, in that you don't watch through everything that is on your feed, but rather you put things on your playlist, and you choose those type of chosen videos, so you save more time and look at better content. So just even doing YouTube and trying to be active with that is also very good. But whatever way, whatever way and direction, keep moving forward. So those were my 5 tips I used recently, and I was kind of depressed, let's say a year and 3 months ago. And in order to get out of that, what I did was, firstly, I kept walking, I embraced it, I lowered my expectations, I meditated, and finally I kept moving forward. So I just wish that, I just really hope that this may have helped you guys. Um, you know, talking about this kind of helped me realize that, they were, quite decent strategies that I used. And I think it could be, yeah, valuable to certain people. So anyways, that will be all. Like, subscribe, please. Wait, are there buttons there? Anyways, yeah, take care. God bless. Until next time.